Nefarious. Not as nefarious as any of the Rock's body wash or tequila. Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know about the tequila, but I use the face wash. That's how you think this thing is. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is glowing here. Radiant.
You're radiating?
Now, I don't mean to call.
I don't know. It's the radiation. I don't know. It might be the water out here.
I don't mean to call the Rock's product anything like that, but I was lucky enough to be, treated to a $10 bottle of gas station tequila in Mexico, which was far better than anything else I've ever had here in the States.
I once bought a 5-gallon beehive-shaped jug. They call it matarratas. It's like bathtub, not even tequila. I'm talking mezcal, and they had like a whole cluster of worms at the bottom.
I was
of
going to say, did it have the worms? If it's mezcal, you got to have
I think
the
that
worms.
was. I saw human parts in there. I drank it.
Oh my gosh! It was fingernails.
Cobweb. Cobweb. Do you know what matarratas is?
Isn't that the tequila with the worm in it or something else like that? A special blend or something?
That's mezcal, but
that's mezcal. Matarratas is it's a colloquialism meaning a really bad, super strong alcohol. Matarratas means it's a rat killer. It could kill rats.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
So it was an unlabeled jug, and it was literally it was a refilled jug. And it's like, hey, for $5, this could be yours. And I was like, you got yourself $5. Let's go.
That shit like that. Everclear?
No.
Everclear
Worse than
is quality.
Everclear? Oh shit.
Everclear is quality compared to this shit.
Oh, but man.
What are we supposed to be doing anyway?
I said it. Nefarious.
Oh, dude. Well then,
I've already heard a little descript from Cobweb. Hold on, let me switch glasses. So I'm wondering, as I got my glasses on, half cocked. Let me turn off this eye stuff. In case y'all haven't noticed, I've been syncing my eyes. Look, wait. See, look. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that?
Why are you breaking the fourth wall?
Because we don't lie to our people. But so the only reason I was using that, not because of my cocked eye, but is that way when I'm reading over here, it looks like I'm still making eye contact. Because subconsciously, people think that if you're not looking at them, you're not talking directly to them in a podcast. I mean, in real life, yes, but in a podcast, you're still supposed to con people and make them think that you're talking directly to them. Well, I mean, we are as a group, but yeah, we're just.
Hey, Josh. See, you knew I was talking to you.
Exactly.
Dude, man.
Hold on, Deb. What are you wowing over there, Deb?
My brother.
Oh, Deb's having conversations during the podcast.
Well, I said,
and I hear a beeping in my ear every couple seconds.
Earlier.
What the hell is going on?
So
that beeping's been there every episode from this, and I've heard it every time I've been here.
You know what? This is what I'm talking about, right? Ever since we did that damn episode about that damn Annabelle, this shit ain't been right. Hit the fucking intro, bro. Hit the goddamn intro.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to the Annabelle stuff in a second. Go, Deborah.
I sent my brother earlier today. I sent my brother this thing. So me and my brother, we're close, but we're not close, right? So I may not be the best sister in the world, but don't for 1 second think I wouldn't burn this world and everyone in it for my brother. And he just messaged me back. That made me teary-eyed.
That wasn't a punchline or anything like that.
No,
I thought you were going to say
that wasn't nefarious at all.
I thought you no to stop the podcast and to admit that you're having conversations during the podcast. I was expecting him because I was expecting him to write back gay.
Wait! I'm hitting the button already.
That's what I was expecting. That was a complete total disappointment. That's.
Today we're going to review Teddy Ruxpin.
You're stopping the podcast by being in a conversation on your phone and going, "Oh."
You know what? I'm drinking this Diet Coke. I don't care.
Hello, Deb.
Hello.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Finally, after all that, we are the Cast of the Pod podcast. Back in the house today. Hopefully, Deborah can stay off the phone for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And
Or she could be on the phone and talk violence.
yes, yeah, make it an interesting conversation, something like that. I'm Josh.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
I am
I'm Deb.
Cantu. Sorry,
Line
I'm
jumping
laughing.
over here.
I'm laughing.
See, that's why I was having a conversation on my own, because all three of y'all were like in your own little world, leaving me out.
Because you weren't talking. Dude, don't get started. Hey, Cantu, do you hear the thunder out there?
Can you
I
hear
don't.
the thunder?
Dude, it's rolling out here.
See, this is the thing though, because how can we not, Deb? How can we leave you out? You picked this movie.
Oh, yeah, I did pick this movie.
Exactly.
That's honestly how I wanted to start it. We'll talk about Annabelle in the middle of this pod and what's going on about Annabelle and stuff like that. But Deb, what you said? Uh oh, she's going into the medications.
What?
You're going into the medications right now on pod.
I need to, yes.
So
Okay, there we go.
yeah. We have to wait for her to finish taking her
Go ahead.
acetaminophen. I'm not going to
You
say
had a question.
Tylenol.
Go ahead.
Damn
You were talking.
Why did you want to see this movie? You're the reason why we watched this movie. Why?
So, when this movie first came out, we had already said, like, I had saw the trailer and I wanted to see it. And this was like, well, I think it was 2023, right? I forgot about this movie. The other day, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, with the whole stuff that happened here in Texas with the floods and everything, I don't know why I make myself mad. I always go to look at the comments and then I'm like angry about the comments. And somebody in the comments had said that everything that's going on in the world right now reminds her of the movie Nefarious. That it's not people, we're in a battle of good and evil. Not knowing what this movie was about, I was like, oh yeah, I remember I wanted to watch that movie. So I went to look at the trailer and I was like, oh yeah, that's the one I wanted to watch. So that's why I told you I wanted to watch it and I wanted to talk about it.
When she told me that, I'm subscribed to different people's theories. Doesn't mean I believe them. I just subscribe to them. And one of the theories that I subscribe to is the thought of NPCs, non-playable characters, of some places, people, things being soulless. Like, have you heard of the theory of that? NPCs? Where it's basically life is Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're just the people in the background watching the fights, or you bump into and they were throwing that. So she told me that, oh yeah, it sounds like that, like one of your NPC things, and I was like, oh, so it's going to be a movie about people. And I kind of see what she meant about the possession part, but not necessarily. I think we were on two different pages, but that's neither here nor there.
But that comment, that person that making that comment was what brought me back to wanting to watch the movie. That reminded me of the movie.
So, gentlemen, had either one of you seen Superman yet?
No,
neither one of y'all have seen Superman. There's a scene in the Superman movie that's not important to the story or anything like that. If y'all don't mind, they have been warned. Would you mind me telling you
you're trying to wait. It's okay for you to spoil it for them, but you're gonna spoil it for me?
It's not. It's. I'm telling you, it's not important. It's not important, but it does relate to this movie, and it does relate to the idea of what Deborah was talking about. I tell her not to go in and read those types of comments and stuff like that because it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. And you can go in and click on some, like the people that say the most salacious things on there, click on their account and go look at it. And then they have like 2 friends and they're following 6,000 people, 7,000 people, and their accounts are private and all that. It's all bots. It's all trying to make the weak-minded of us fall for it. And in Superman, there's literally an army of Rhesus monkeys with brain implants that are getting online, throwing hashtags and talking shit and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Army of rage monkeys.
That's nefarious.
Bro, that's real, man. Because these jokers out here can control us control people's emotions at the drop of a dime.
And
you know what I'm
that's the
saying?
sad
They can literally just like turn something on, just say, you know what, let's just show them some crazy ass shit today. And somebody's like, bam, and then everybody goes fucking bananas. You know, this thing, it's all smoke and mirrors, bro. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Oh,
to make you unhappy.
This AI stuff going on.
Yeah,
like you don't know if it's real or not. And
man, you know what? You know how much news I watch?
So that's not even the news. It's the problem. Nobody watches the news anymore either. It's our people thinking that we're talking amongst ourselves as we talk amongst ourselves. But,
oh man, you know what? That's why this is why it makes Cast of the Pod so great. This right here.
We make Cast of the Pod so great.
It does, because we get people out there just making comments to give us shit to talk about. Yeah, thanks. We got fans. We got haters.
I'm waiting for Cantu to do his line.
Which one?
No, it has to happen naturally, bro.
Oh,
you don't tell me what to do.
Hell?
You don't tell me what to do.
Oh shit! We're supposed to be doing this movie Nefarious, bro.
Yes, I like
Josh
the
is acting nefarious right now, trying to control me like a Reese's.
Now I've seen this movie 2 times. This is the second time I've seen this flick.
You fell asleep once, didn't you?
Then that would be the 3rd time I've seen this flick.
Nobody even noticed I cut almost like 8 inches off my beard. I trimmed down, went back old school.
Oh, look at that. Wow, that's like a goatee. Right? Or was that a beard?
I literally trimmed like 7 and like almost 8 inches of beard off.
Oh, bro, you look like you straight work at a record store.
I promise you that from now on, I'll do a beard assessment for you when we light up on here. Check what you're doing with it. Peep game. See if you're rocking with some moisturizers or oils, butters.
Check what I'm doing, because I'm about to ruin my image and my sound that we're used to. Yeah. Okay, so I really don't think we're going to have much to say about Nefarious. That's why I'm killing time.
Why? There's a lot to say about it.
There is a lot to say about it, and I'll spoiler alert the fuck out of it right now. I like this movie, but on the day of his scheduled execution, a convicted serial killer gets a psychiatric evaluation during which he claims he is a demon, and further claims that before their time is over, the psychiatrist will commit 3 murders of his own. Well, I like that description.
That was it. That's the description.
That's the MDiv director.
That was MDiv.
Yep, director Chuck Konzelman, Carrie Solomon, writers Carrie Solomon, Chuck Konzelman, Steve Deese, stars Sean Patrick Flannery, also known as the guy that's not Daryl from Boondock Saints, Jordan Belfi, Tom Omer, and no diss in Sean Patrick Flannery. It's just there's a whole bunch of ignoramuses that haven't seen all the other stuff he's done, like Powder. Powder was great.
He was in Powder.
Oh, Powder was dope. Powder was dope. I like that.
I'm like, all these people that
about
didn't realize
this
he was in Powder, and Deborah's like, he was in Powder?
Oh, man.
At least play it off till the end of the pod, love.
Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah, he was in Powder.
Is this movie categorized as horror?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think that's a big mistake.
It's supernatural horror.
Supernatural or natural?
Thriller, suspense.
It's conspiracy conspiracy thriller, supernatural horror, drama, horror, and thriller.
Man, you got this dude sitting up here ranting and raving for like, honestly, let me be honest with you. If it was me and I was that doctor that came in and that motherfucker said, talking that demon shit and everything else like that, and it was like, just see if he okay. And as soon as I would have said like, hey, whatever, deuces, I'm out that bitch.
Then he wouldn't have been doing his job.
That's what the job was. Dude told his ass in the movie. The warden told him, "Oh, dude escorted him in. Told him it's gonna be an easy day for you. Get in and get the fuck out of here."
I need you out of there by 4. I need you out of there by 4.
Right. He said, "Come on, man. Let's go home. Let's get this shit cracking, and we be good." He told him so many times.
If that is kill him. If that is a situation that's okay to go by, then that's also it's also okay to say, then, you know, people don't get due process. Who needs due process? Let me tell you
something about due motherfucking process in this motherfucking movie. No. In this movie, he already had his due process. He had everything. He on the death's door for his execution. He had every little thing. He reaching at fucking straws, and he pull out this demon shit. And they like, you know what? Just see if he sane or not sane. Regardless of the matter, he got to pay for the crimes that the vessel was in. Simple, plain as that. If that vessel did the crime, then he needed to do the fucking time.
Can y'all hear that? I'm sorry, didn't mean to.
Dude, the walls shook right now with the thunder that hit.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
No.
Cantu,
I thought it was Cobweb's just fury right now talking about the process.
Man, because I would have fucking signed that paperwork so quick when he walked in the door. As soon as, like, when he started talking to him and started talking to him like he had sense at the beginning, I've been like, that's it. Okay, good, bye. There's Denny's. They opened the Jack in the Box down the street. Let's go get some tacos and I'll be good.
What I want to talk about is why, even if he didn't believe him, going into the story now, even if though he didn't believe him, why did he give him permission?
Because he was an atheist and he didn't think anything was going to happen. But let me give you a small story of one time I went to jury duty, and so we were there. I got picked, and the case was, this is what I'm talking about, due process, and then also talking about this psychiatrist. I didn't know this was something that they would bring a jury into. It made no sense to me that why, and they explained it and I forgot it because it's already been 15 years or so. But there was a person who had already been convicted of, they wouldn't tell us what they were convicted of, but they told us that they were going to be doing life. Right?
Okay.
And it was up to us, which I didn't understand since we weren't doctors and we weren't trained in the situation or anything like that. But it was up to us to say if he was going to go to deal with the medical facilities there in prison or go to a prison like mental institution, which, like I said, makes no sense to me why that would be up to people to decide. But so both sides of the case came out, and both of them were saying, please send him to this place. The side that originally convicted him, that they wouldn't let us know what the conviction was for, said, please send him over there. His mom came out, said, please send him over there. Everybody recommended this, right? And then we go to the back to talk about it, and there's this one person, just like y'all said earlier, it's 4:30, we got to be out of here by 4:30. Let's just get this done, get it going, right? And there's this one person like, how do we know if he's crazy, if he's not crazy, blah, 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 blah. So we go back, and they show us evidence. And I want to tell y'all this part about the evidence, that he had scars on his face where he had stuck his fingers into his eyes and tore his face open.
Oh, wow. There you go.
He had the Joker where he tore his mouth open.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
He had bitten off parts of his thumbs.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah. So not only did he tear open this side of the digestive system, The final side of the system got ripped open by hands also.
I don't
Right.
want to know. I'm envisioning something, and I'm scared.
We had to see photos of this, of all these things, right? And
Thanks a lot.
hold on. Here's the next part.
It's about to get nefarious.
Here's the next part. He grabbed his junk and almost ripped it off from the base at the body.
Now let me tell you something right now. I would have took those pictures and I would have hit it up upside old dude's head. I would have walked him, you dumb motherfucker.
You would want to get close.
You see this shit? You got me looking at.
No. You would want to get up close to somebody who don't give a fuck that much.
No, I would have. I know the guy who said that. Well, how do you know he's not crazy? I would have came up if I was one of the jurors. I'd have came up to him with the pictures and hit him upside the head with him like, you dumb motherfucker. Look at this shit that I'm scarred with for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah, just in case you're not sure.
Right. Hey, here's a tidbit for all y'all out there. If you ever get selected for jury duty or you have to do it, always ask for coroner duty. You go in 4 hours, you're done, you're out.
What is coroner duty?
Coroner. You know, the guy that, determines if you're dead and stuff like that. Yeah. So you go in and he reads off cases to you and you determine whether or not if it was an accident or if it was murder or if it was a suicide or something else like that, for insurance purposes.
That's grand jury, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Here we are back on cast of the law.
No, because this is dealing with dead bodies.
Law of the pod.
Yeah, law of the pod. Doom, doom, doom.
Everything is alleged. Don't take our word seriously.
Whatever, we're just talking shit.
I'm telling you about this guy that tried to rip his junk off by the base. It was fucking
dude, man,
horrible.
that's scary, man.
And he was sitting there, right, with a pair of elementary school those plastic scissors.
Okay.
Cutting up papers while he was sitting there.
Why would they give him those?
Why would you give him anything that's sharp enough to anything?
What the
right?
fuck?
Why would they? That joker, he couldn't get a rubber pencil. Okay.
But even a rubber
He didn't
pencil.
have on a Hannibal Lecter mask or nothing.
Nothing. He wasn't chained down.
He all jokered out.
He was in his orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And he had his his feet and his hands shackled or whatever the word is.
But he had his ass doped up.
Waist or anything like that. Yep. Needless to say, going back to Nefarious, for those of y'all that haven't seen the movie, 90% of this film is going to happen in a containment area with two guys talking to each other.
This is a play.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 2-act play.
Yeah, it really is. If you really want to think about it, it's some I don't know. I think Tyler Perry could have did better than that.
If you have an issue with character development and building a scene and interaction between a small cast, you're not going to like this movie. If you need tons of CGI, if you need explosions and all that, and if you don't have the patience to listen to a story and see the
I turned it off. It's still going off.
Deborah.
Nefarious.
It is.
This is drama of the highest order.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the movie too.
Deb, answer me this. Since this is your flick, why the fuck would he go to that damn execution?
I don't know.
To make sure it's done. That's why.
No,
Why?
he was hooked. He was caught up. Hook, line, and sinker. He was supposed to be there.
Why?
Nefarious
Why would you go?
Knew because he was there. He was trapped. He was caught. He was called. He had no choice. He was going to that prison no matter what happened that day. It was meant to happen.
You think so? You think it was like that? That it was meant like that? That he had no control in this? He was just a pawn in this whole thing? That his destiny was already pre-drawn out?
The entity represented by Sean Patrick Flannery's character is essentially Lucifer. he made it happen. He needed to transfer. His whole thing is, I'm jumping from body to body. We're about to run this out. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, no.
No, it wasn't predetermined by destiny. It was predetermined. It's something they say he says at the beginning of the film, and he's not quite at the level of Lucifer, because he is always talking about his master,
Right.
his master being Lucifer. But he talks about how you can't just take over a body. The little sacrifices, and not goats or anything like that. I mean, how many times have we killed goats just for lunch? But anyways,
What?
you never had goat.
No.
You never walked into the house on a Sunday morning at 6 o'clock and it's a goat head and a big old bowl of salsa and a stack of tortillas and a jar of salt?
No.
What about a cow's head?
You're missing out.
No.
What about a pig's
You're
head?
missing out.
No.
You're
Sheep's
missing
head?
out.
No.
You ain't lived yet. Man. You
Hamburgers.
don't know about breakfast.
Hamburgers,
We ain't
steaks,
doing none of that.
any kind
Nope.
of meat.
Nope. We
You
ain't
never had
doing
any kind of meat.
we ain't doing no crazy ass shit like that out here, man.
You've never had any kind of meat ever. 100% vegan all your life.
No, man, I eat like some chicken and waffles and shit, a little breakfast sausage maybe or something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, those
Some
chickens
other
were
shit.
alive. Those pigs were alive.
Yeah, but I'm not doing the heads of these motherfuckers and shit, man. That's
That you know. That
It's
you know.
whatever, man. I'm not fucking with that shit.
You ever
man.
have
That
a
shit
hot
sounds
dog?
nasty as fuck,
You ever have a hot
goat
dog?
shit? I'm not fucking with goat. It don't
You ever have a
seem
hot
right
dog?
eating Billy boy.
It's ignoring you.
Mhm. So, not that it was his destiny, but he had opened himself up to it. He led the path to what was going on. He opened the doors until he unlocked the final chamber by saying the dumbest thing of all, where he allowed. We talked about vampires and warrants the other day.
Letting the right one in.
Having a warrant.
Having a
being able to
warrant.
come in.
This guy literally told the supernatural judge, "Doors unlocked. Step right in."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I mean by destiny. All of his decisions led to him being there. Everything that this guy would have done for this situation, all of his choices in his life led him there to that point, to be sitting there in front of him.
Like, how
wasn't
did he have all that
manipulated.
information about him? How did he have all that shit?
He's a demon.
He's a demon. Like, he really represents it's the real demon in this movie. That character has access to all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the history, everything he said he knew, because he has access to it, because he's not like this thing that I got back here behind the curtain, you know what I'm saying? Some little low life form. It's not a homunculus. This guy he's like the opposite of the light type, power strong.
I like the line when the well, let me get their names.
It was,
He was a
Edward
dumbass
the guy.
motherfucker.
Dr.
I
Martin.
hated him.
James, when James tells Nefarious is the name of the demon that takes over. What was
Edward.
Edward was Sean Patrick Flannery's normal body, and Nefarious was the one that took over, was the name of the demon. And I like when he told him, he's like, "Oh, so demons know theology?" And he says, "I know more theology than humans have ever learned." I was like, that was a cool way of saying, "Motherfucker, I was there."
Yeah.
I was there at the beginning.
That was his way of saying, "Hey, little punk ass kid, you know how you wear those Jordan retros? When I bought them, they weren't retros; they were just Jordans.
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
I didn't buy my Nirvana or Wu-Tang shirt at Target. I bought it at the concert."
That's why it's faded.
That's
You buy them the look that because they have them that look like they're faded, so they can buy the shirts, the retro shirts, like they've had it for a long time, or like great groups, But no, oh man, where'd you get that retro shirt at? No, it's just we got it from shop.
Can we talk about Flannery's work on the camera?
Yes, please.
His acting,
Yes, please.
this dual role that he was playing and slipping into and out of. I think it was a great fucking work on his part. I'm not familiar with a lot of his movies. He was a great character in Boondock Saints and the second one. He was playing that up. I'm not familiar with a whole lot of his work. I know his face, but I can't talk about his work. But this right here, it's a two-man show, and there were three people in the fucking movie, and he was sliding in and out of them right in front of our eyes. And I think he did a fantastic job. This guy is an actor.
They were sorry.
Okay. I was just gonna say
I was gonna say
needs more props.
there was a lot of scenes where, yeah, they could have done it with cutting when he was switching back and forth, but there were a lot of long single camera, single lens scenes where he was switching back and forth without an edit or anything like that. Just, I mean, almost, yes, definitely long shots where it was his acting and not just edits that were. I mean, the weakness and how scared Edward was, and then the cockiness and the self. What's the word I'm looking for? The cockiness.
Cocksureness.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was out there slanging.
Big time. Fucking these motherfuckers up. Why the fuck did he go to that execution?
He was done. He was trapped. Nowhere else to go. His life led him there. He was going to go through that.
Not only was he trapped. Hold on. Not only was he trapped. Cantu is correct. He was trapped. There was nothing else for him. He had already unlocked the door to let them step in. He hadn't been taken over yet, right?
But he was already in his head.
Why would you go back?
That's what
Why would you go back after the cell incident?
That's the point of what I'm getting to right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Because he went from being a psychiatrist to knowing how people work and being able to break it down, you know, what makes people tick. He became a simple, hormone-driven human male, and he was pissed. And Nefarious got that lick on him and almost choked him to death. So he wanted to see it done because he was mad. Plain and simple. He wanted to see his anger and the things that he was better than the whole time. Dr. James Martin, he was better than Nefarious. He was better than Edward. He was judging him, which is his job in a way. And he fell for he fell for emotion.
Okay.
He's supposed to be bigger.
Okay. Why the fuck did he go back after they raided his cell and showed him all that shit that he had? Why would you?
He was mad. He wanted to
He wanted to know where he got all that information.
Why would you even give a fuck? Why? At what point would you want to give a fuck? At this point, I would have walked away.
So somebody has. Go ahead, Deb. Say what
I was gonna say what you see. So you see somebody has like all your stuff, like stuff about you, and you don't want to know anything about why, when, or where they got all this stuff.
Somebody has physical baby pictures.
You have to remember he still didn't believe he thought he was crazy. That was it. He still didn't believe.
I was signed, sealed, and delivered. Because if this Joker pulled out some pictures my Aunt Kathy had of me when I was a shorty or something like that, and I ain't seen in like 40 ass years and shit, you know, that I ain't seen there was an actual family something, whatever, I'll be honest with you. I ain't gonna front. You know, he could have got this shit off the fucking internet. He could have found somebody on Facebook related to me and then pulled it back. You know,
it wasn't the internet. He had an inner book.
It was.
It's like if he had his own diary of his entire life written by a stranger, but it was really him. And his inside.
You know what? At that point, I would have said, fuck it. I wouldn't have went back. Me personally, at that point, I'd be like, you know what? This is challenging me a little bit too much. But this dude, he's so arrogant. He's so arrogant, and he had that stupid look on his face all the fucking time in this movie. I wanted to punch him in his fucking jaw. Every time Nefarious said something to him, he was like, I'm just like, you dumb motherfucker. Sit your ass down. Even he was like, why? How did you know that? I don't know.
Yup.
I think we saw different movies
I know,
because
because I didn't see that
Dr.
face.
Martin never once reacted that way in the entire movie.
He did. Whenever he showed him, he looked at them damn pictures, he was looking like that. When he had his ass on that fucking ground, he was looking at that. Every time he cussed it, every time Nefarious said some bullshit, he had a goofy ass look on his face that looked like he had somebody stepped on his damn foot with a damn pair of pliers or some shit.
Nope. I would have to disagree with you.
I didn't like him.
No, you weren't supposed to. That means that he did his job.
yeah.
You weren't supposed to like him. He was a piece of shit.
Yes.
A piece of
'Cause he was
shit human
stupid.
being who thought he was better than a demon.
Right.
And the demon put him in a place by shattering his reality with the truth. Just told
That's
him
you
the
know
truth about
what?
himself, the truth about his life.
That's why he told him about his mom. That's why he told him about his girlfriend.
So one of the things is he tells them, not only are you going to be on my side by the time you leave today, but by the time you do leave, you've committed 3 murders.
You will have committed 3 murders. Yep.
Wait. After he said some stuff about his moms and
Which
his
is leading
girlfriend,
to- which is
why
leading to-
are you still dealing with this motherfucker right
Because
here?
that was his job.
How
That
does
was
he?
his job.
How does
And
No, he
stranger
went- he
know
went-
these
urgency was he wanted to prove him wrong.
So if a stranger knows all this stuff about you, has things that only you and one other person in the world knows, you're gonna be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna let it go.
It
It's
depends
okay.
on the situation. It depends on the situation.
I don't
It
need to
depends on the
know how you get
situation.
this information from this one other trusted person in my life, or my
No.
mom, or my woman. I don't need to know how you talk to them or got stuff from them. That none
It's
of them.
like this.
This is a whole bunch of information you can't look up online or find anywhere else other than actually dealing with the one other person in this world that knows this secret. But nah, it's okay. I'll just let it go.
No, because that's the hook and bait. That's the hook.
So just live and let
Right there.
live and let die. Let it go.
That's the hook. How did you figure this out? How did you get this? That's the hook. That's the worm. Fuck that shit. Swim past that shit. Why does it fucking matter? This motherfucker can die right now. Go on about your business. Jack in the Box is still open.
And you'll never know
Why I
he
need
did.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
nope. Because you know what? The secret died with his ass. Fuck it.
Well, no, if he knew the secret, there's something that only you and your mom knew from your childhood, and he crosses your paths and puts the secret in your face, you're going to go on the rest of your life, and you're going to believe that he's the only one who knew that secret? If he knew it, and only your mom and you knew it, doesn't that mean that somebody else could possibly know it too? It wouldn't necessarily die with this guy.
I see what you're saying, but at this point, honestly, what can I do to change it? What am I going to do about this person that may
finding
know
out
this
how it
information?
happened.
I can't change him. I can't erase his memory. I can't do nothing about it. At this point in my life, I mean, you either have to live with the consequences of yes or no. Fuck that shit, man. I'd have walked that shit off, bro.
So whenever there's
That's me. That's me. I know when to walk away.
so
I know when to
whenever
walk
there's
away.
any kind of conflict or anything like that, you just go,
Something like at that level, when it comes to something like that, if I was put in those positions that this dude right here was, that one right there, yeah, I'd have walked away real fucking quick. Fuck that shit. That's just me, dude. Sometimes it's like that. You get in life, man. That's the wisdom, dude. I just know when to walk away from bad situations. I've always been able to read a room.
I'm looking at the faces of Josh and Cantu. They both have the same.
I'm getting my eyebrows exercised, not exorcised, but exercised today. So, the first murder being that we find out that he helped his mom go to like the Netherlands or somewhere like that, or Sweden. Where is it where you can go and get Soylent Green?
Scandinavia.
One of those types of places. So he helped her go over there so she can unalive herself. But, he also didn't have an issue with, and something that Nefarious knows that nobody else in the world knew, because he never told anybody else, was that he didn't have a problem with her unaliving herself because he was going to get all her insurance. and he even knew the total amount of it from the different accounts and everything like that. And so that was murder one. Well, that's not murder one. That was
And the fairy, see,
first murder.
walk the fuck away. Walk the fuck away. Keep going.
The second one is when they break conversation and they talk about how his girlfriend, who he's not ready to marry or anything like that, and he's not quite old enough to have kids with, is pregnant. And that day she happens to go for a certain procedure to be unimpregnated, dispregnated.
Undispregnated.
Exactly. You can't say abortion because then you get blacklisted. Ah, shit. And the way that he describes the procedure,
Yeah.
no matter how you feel about the procedure or anything like that, and we're not going to go into if it's right, if it's wrong, if you should, if you shouldn't, or anything like that. What you do is what you do. Okay. And I'm not here to judge nobody. But the way that he describes it goes into, I mean, it in not gory detail, but you can't go into any more detail without getting
Detailed.
To your stomach.
And then he explains the feeling of it and the transfer of, I guess, almost like the transfer of souls during that.
Walk away.
Yeah,
Walk
very
away.
very easy to do. Very easy to do.
Walk away.
By this time, he was already hooked. He had already got into his head because of his mom. So there was no him leaving.
Agreed.
I would have walked away.
I don't
He
know.
had him hit hook, line, and sinker. He had him on the hook. You're right about that.
And then
Should have slapped the
as
shit out his
as
ass.
he's counting down to the seconds of the actual abortion happening, and he tells them, all you have to do is call her, stop her, tell her that you love her and that you want to help raise this child, and then blah 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 blah. And then like he does the countdown, and he says,
And then the quickening happens.
3, 2, 1. Your child is now on our altar, and he's having like this orgasmic reaction to it.
He's
and
like,
all
yes, do you feel it? Can you feel it?
And then James goes and he tries to get a phone, but his phone's been locked up, and he cons a guard into, can I use your phone? And then he ends up having to use like a prisoner phone and
Inmate phone.
Your
A
call is
dumb
coming from
motherfucker.
blah 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 blah. And then as soon as he finally gets through, he's like, well, can I talk to her? And they're like, oh, well, she's in recovery right now.
He
She
just
can't
went
talk
into
to you for like an
recovery.
hour.
Yep.
Like how would anyone be able to know the exact timing of what was going on when James didn't even know what was going on?
Walk.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple to just walk away once you're already at that point.
He was Dunzo. He was Dunzo the minute he sat down to talk to him.
Yeah. Because he shouldn't even sit down and talk to him.
It wouldn't have mattered. He still would have had him one way or another.
Because remember, he said he'd been watching him for a long time, before
he had his childhood photos. He was probably there taking the photos in one way or another.
Man, let me tell you.
And Nefarious was not trapped in Edward's body. Nefarious could go wherever he wanted to go that was open. So it's not like he was worried about Edward dying and then he was going to die. This is not Denzel Washington's Fallen, where you have to make skin contact or it has to be someone near.
Okay.
Nefarious is GTA 5ing it and just like jumping into the body and the car's there. You happen to be in the right place.
That gun was never going to go off. Nefarious stopped that gun from going off. And then the gun was never going to go off. It was no divine intervention or anything else like that stopped that gun from going off and blowing off his head. He wanted to do that to show him his power.
The gun that Cobweb is talking about is during the execution. There's an officer there, and after Edward is dead and died excruciatingly painful in the electric chair, exactly the same way that Nefarious described was going to happen. He pulls a gun from the Dr. Martin pulls a gun from the cop that's there, pulls the trigger to shoot through the glass because he got a twitch, right? That's when he felt Nefarious
Yeah.
in his body.
Yep, he felt him.
And it doesn't matter who he would
Not
have
in a
shot.
good way.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if he would have shot him. It doesn't matter if the bullets wouldn't have gone off. The only reason the bullets didn't go off was so he could continue to write the book that Nefarious told him at the beginning of the movie.
That he was gonna write.
And here's the hook. They find the book and it's already written. It's written by Nefarious. And what does Edward do? Not Edward. What does Dr. Martin do? He's like, I'm going to change it around. I'm going to not only am I going to publish it, but I'm going to change it to be the opposite of what Nefarious wanted, which is actually exactly what Nefarious wanted.
Like I said, he was predestined. His destiny was already written. I think it was.
And there's no walking away from it.
Because he was too set up for this. He was a prophesized pawn.
You can't be predestined and be able to walk away at the same time.
Yeah. Me personally, in that part of his position, I would have, but it was too far. I mean, I agree with you guys. He had that character for him. He was too far gone. He was like really wrapped up on all this shit, and what choice did he really have beside to go with it?
So
me personally, I would have probably said fuck that.
So the third murder, I know we jumped the gun, literally going straight into the gun, but that's what we do here. We go off the rails. The third murder was after Nefarious breaks his thumb, pulls it through the handcuff, grabs Dr. Martin by the head, slams him onto the table. Dr. Martin's like, all right, fuck you then. Yeah, he's competent. He can go to. So he killed Edward. Edward died by his word. And that was the three murders: his mom, his child, and then his client.
Yep.
Have a good day. And he went ahead and did all that shit. You know what? I don't think that would even made a difference. Because he wouldn't have never known about his girlfriend. He wouldn't have never made the sacrifice of this child. Because he made 3 sacrifices that day.
There were 3 murders, not sacrifices. There were murders.
Yeah,
the sacrifices were evil in intent. At the core, at the base core, all of them were each his own decision.
It was almost it was almost like he had did a sacrifice.
Well, and Nefarious brings it up about how that was God's mistake by giving his loved creatures free will.
Yeah, right.
And then he asks him, he's like, why do you do this? If this is the battle or whatever. And I'd never heard this in a movie. And he instead of saying Jesus, he's saying the carpenter. The carpenter. This is how we hurt the carpenter. And they weren't building their army. They didn't need to build their army. He says people don't like talking about it, but the numbers are already. We receive more than the enemy. He's calling. I've heard people call the devil the enemy, but he's in this movie. Nefarious is calling God the enemy, and he says
because it's a different perspective.
Right. He says we're receiving more numbers every day than the enemy ever does. So he's saying we got the numbers, and basically the only reason that they were torturing people and making people do these things to hurt their feelings was just to hurt the carpenter's feelings. Take a break real quick. We're at.
Are we still recording? Because my numbers haven't been moving.
49:02. Let me write that down. Yep.
Okay. Good.
I
don't have to be paranoid anymore.
Yeah, yesterday I paused it and it fucked up the whole thing. So now I'm just going to write down the numbers.
Oh, okay. Stretch it out. What'd you guys do for dinner tonight?
Little scissors.
I got Wingstop.
No.
It's $2 chicken tenders.
No, yeah, it's good stuff.
The chicken tenders are good. I like the chicken tenders.
It's hot in here, right?
I almost forgot my question I got to ask you guys.
Don't forget it.
I know, right? I got a question. I got some numbers I need for you guys to run in your heads. This is a good one.
My apologies.
No worries.
My sincerest apologies.
No worries.
Oh, it's all good.
Tell me when you're ready to come back.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. 50, 20. Cobweb, you said you had a question, some numbers to run by us. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. Check this out. All right. I wanted you guys, I heard this poll, right, on the net, right? And it really kind of like, not a poll, but it's like a question, you know, because everybody be talking about, you know, like 100 people versus a gorilla, or I don't fucking know, all this shit, you know, when that shit was
That was
popping
the
up.
whole thing.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. But let me ask you this. How many 10-year-olds do you think that you can beat up?
All of them.
I mean, if you were like surrounded by like a bunch of 10-year-olds, right? How many do you think you can take out?
Right now at this moment, like
At this moment, unarmed, you know, and they're coming at you. You know what I'm saying? How many do you think you could probably take down
Are they ravenous?
before they get you?
Are they mad at me? Why are they there?
Do they have internet rage monkeyitis?
No,
Superman?
they just regular 10-year-olds from what is a 10-year-old like? Wow, second grade or something like that?
Did you hear Deb's answer?
What?
I said I would walk away.
Deb.
I'm not getting in the middle of that.
She said, "There's 110-year-olds around here."
Deb gets the horn for that. I'm sorry, Cantu. Didn't mean to step on you there. What you?
It was about to get nefarious.
Oh damn!
Oh shit! All right. How many do you think you can get down, Josh? How many?
None.
You couldn't take out any 10-year-olds.
No, because I would never do anything to injure a child.
They're coming at you, and they're going to kick your ass. Okay, they're talking shit, calling you an old man.
I would center myself and gather my chi, and I can't say walk away because Deb already stole the line.
You could walk away with me. We walk away together.
Yes, there you go.
They got bottles of Prime on their fingertips, and they're like, "Joshua, come out and play."
Bottles of Prime.
Just slap the shit out your ass. Hold him, Joey.
95 degrees, wearing hoodies and shiesties. You seen that shit?
I could probably get about no.
You seen that shit though? It's all summer, kids wearing hoodies and shiesties.
Oh man, see that's the reason why I was thinking I could get like about 17 of them down. You know, because I could probably like before I get tired, because I could be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you could probably scare like a few of them, but when they first come at you, you know what I'm saying? You better hit like a couple of them real hard to scare them back, because they don't get on top of you. Because if they get you, they're gonna maul you. You know what I'm saying? Get you down.
Where this is coming from, and you know there is a number out there that we could get for you, Cobweb. You know, we have
specifically 10-year-olds. One of the neighbors is fucking around right now, yo. He's like, I told you to leave my garbage cans alone. God damn it!
But he wants to fight a whole bunch of 10-year-olds.
Yes, I was thinking exactly that. I'm gonna walk away from somebody who knows all my earthly secrets and has apparently been trailing me all through my life. But fuck them kids.
I'm here for the child abuse. My man, I'm nefarious.
These kids know nothing about me, but fuck them kids.
Oh man.
Don't y'all know I'm nefarious? I'm taking 17 of y'all out right now. I'm gonna catch my breath, and hopefully y'all took off. But you
I'm
know it's
grabbing-
not. I'm gonna start throwing some jabs. You know, keep some
Oh
distance.
man, bro, I grab one of them by the legs and just start swinging them around and shit, like in a circle.
With Captain, hey, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Exactly that. Not minus the 10-year-old happens in Superman. You ever have to hit a motherfucker with a motherfucker? Happens in Superman. I'm just saying.
I'm not surprised, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I would see it, you know. I mean, like literally, like I would be like, you know, be like, you talking shit now, motherfuckers. You talk that shit now, because they called me an old man. If they would have called you an old man, and they would have been talking shit, and they would have said something about Deb or something like that, and this little pack of them and shit like that, thinking they all tough and shit like that, you know, and you know they got right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Josh?
The disturbing part is you could have been like, what if the, you know, there's hundreds of kids around you. How many of them can you take out? Right. The disturbing part was like you specifically said 10-year-olds.
Because right, because we can go like, all right, let's put this in a barrier.
And the first 17 are getting fucked up for sure.
Right, you don't want to go into teenage.
Like you could have left it to the imagination, and you could have justified it by
He's
saying,
already gamed this out. My man, he's dreamt about this. He's got a plan. He knows that number 18, he's gonna have to do something special.
I might have to take. I might have to take a breath.
So he's gonna find the smallest one and turn him into a nunchuck. And he's just gonna start swinging him around. And he's gonna grab the runt of the litter and make a projectile.
I want to know what kind of traction and 4x4 availability do you have in an electric vehicle to get over the sea of 10-year-old?
The pile of bodies that will be left in my wake.
That's what he's going to do. He's going to knock out the first 17 with a single haymaker each. Then he's going to pick up the electric car and throw it at the 18th and hope the 19th falls over.
You know, that's why my gas-powered Jeep has a 4x4, you know, okay, now we're going in.
Bro. I say around, when I get to around like the 7th or 8th kid, I'm probably doing wrestling moves.
A real wrestling move.
I'm doing real wrestling
You're not doing sweet chin music.
Right. No, you know what?
You're doing rear naked choke.
I bet you I could get like about 3 pedigrees off. At least 3 pedigrees.
My ass. After that, no. We're not gonna disrespect wrestling on this pod. After that first pedigree, you're gonna be like, fuck my knees, and not be able to get back up.
All right, then I'm going FUs, because you can get them motherfuckers over real quick. You know what I'm saying? You can give an attitude adjustment real fast. You know what I'm saying? You can just boom, just start picking some jokers up and just tossing them over. And you could like really give like 2 of them into like another couple of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think I might be able to raise my total up to like maybe I can get maybe about 19.
I have a question.
Yes, Deb, please.
Cobb,
please.
This is for you, Cobb.
Please.
In the past couple of days, what has a 10-year-old done to you to have you so angry about them?
Nothing. I don't know any 10-year-olds.
Were you walking down the street and
Deb,
there was a group of 10-year-olds?
Deb, is there a Skeletor over there?
Yes.
Give me the Skeletor. Please. Well,
I don't get it.
There's definitely need Skeletor over here. I'm going to pick this up on camera. This is specifically for those watching on Spotify or on YouTube. Cobweb, on the Skeletor.
Why is his face blurry?
On the Skeletor, can you please point out where the 10-year-old hurt you?
No! Man, this is shenanigans. This is skullduggery. Skull. You like how I did that, Skull?
Yeah.
Straight buffoonery. Buffoonery.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Chicanery.
What was that?
Oh, man. You can probably get, you know what? Let me tell you something. See, my odds keep going up every time. Right.
All right, this is the part of the pod. Hey, wait.
Wait, let me ask you this before
1
we say
hour.
this. Do I get to stretch first?
This is your scenario. This is your dream fight.
Do you? I don't know. Do you?
You need to ask yourself that question.
And how many are there?
He said hundreds.
Now, while this podcast is not sponsored by BetterHelp, they have been sponsoring podcasts around the globe lately. So we need to get a BetterHelp sponsorship code going for 20% off with Cast the Pod. But
And we don't condone.
The thoughts and views of Cobweb do not necessarily represent the thoughts and views of anybody else from Cast of the Pod or any of the subsidiaries. Oh my God. So we are at the motherfucking calculator of doom, el calculadora de doom, where we rate it from a 0 to a 10. And if y'all don't mind, I'd like to go first today.
Go ahead, Josh.
I'm giving this movie a 7. I understand where it would be hard for people that aren't into the drama. I mean, I want to give it a 10, but it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. But I can see where there would be some issues and some hangups with the movie. And I'm gonna watch it again. I've already watched it twice already. But yeah, 7.
That's respectful.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, Deb.
So, when I watched this movie, it was completely different than I thought it was going to be. And this movie was really deep. I really enjoyed this movie. I gave this movie a 9 because, like Josh said, it wasn't perfect. It had some flaws in it, but it scared me. But it was good. I liked it. I will watch it again. So yeah, I gave it a 9.
Who's next? Cantu or Cobweb?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm going to give this movie, because I've seen this movie a couple times, so the first time I saw it, I was like, okay. The second time when it came back around, I didn't want to watch it again because I already knew, and I was like, this is fucking, I hate this motherfucker, but regardless of the matter, it was shot very well. It was pretty, I wouldn't recommend it to our average listener, average viewer or listener or something else like that, that's not scared of scary movies, because everything that's a scary movie doesn't have to be violent, so I would recommend this for something that you might want to check out, I'm gonna give it a 7. I thought it was okay when I first saw it the first time, and even when I came back and watched it again, I was like, okay, yeah, I remember this flick. It was decent, the acting was good, the story was pretty crazy, yeah.
Mr. Cantu.
It's not a horror movie. It's not. This is a drama. It's essentially a play, like I mentioned earlier, and you have to be a really, really good actor or duo of actors or ensemble of actors to sit in one place and carry on 80, 90 minutes of riveting, interesting dialogue when there's no blood, there's no action, there's some zooms, there's cuts, but this is all about the actors. And I felt the story. I got it. And again, Flannery, man, he flexed a little something. He was slanging a little something. You know what I'm saying? I liked it a lot for the story. I was disappointed because I was expecting horror. But once I started watching it, I mean, when I'm watching a movie, I'm there for the drama. I'm there for the writing. I'm there for the key grip work. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that the boom's not in the shot. I like the production of movies, and the actors are the main thing that carry the story on. And this was really, really well done. I just wish that they get it out of the horror category. I'm going to give this a 7 as well.
So the horror is basically because it's demon.
It's in your head.
Yes, and you can't get any more messed up than your own imagination. So we give the movie a 7.5.
Yes. What they got on MDiv?
6.4.
All right, great. We're right above. Nice.
Yeah.
Always ahead of the curve.
So speaking of this being horror related and whatnot, and I don't like to do possession movies. I don't like church movies, Exorcist or anything like that. Even though the movie The Exorcist, meh, whatever. Exorcist 3, on the other hand, that's another story we've talked about on pod. But because of the things that we did when we were ghost hunting, and we were doing ghost hunting sounds so cheesy, paranormal investigators, it leads to what we started the whole thing a bit with, talking about Annabelle. So Deb, you dropped the news on me. I don't know if y'all had heard before Deb said anything and all that, but Deb, what happened?
So the guy that was doing the tour for with Annabelle, they went to this past weekend. They went to Gettysburg, and they were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, Sunday night, while he was at his hotel, the cops, firefighters, everybody showed up, and they haven't said what it was from, but he passed away.
Yep, the cops got there, reported CPR in progress, and he
was around that. He was around that entity. Too much. And you know what I'm saying, Deb? I applaud you, but I can't even read the articles on that, because as soon as you read the article, you see a picture of it. I can't even look at. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to look at it on film. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That shit is fucking. That shit fuck your head up. If he's dead, hey,
Like 10
I'm not surprised.
Well, even talking about the stuff and how we believed at the time, what follows you and all that, belief is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Faith is a mother. Faith will do it.
Put the belief in it. If you put the strength in it, the mind will create what may or may not actually be there. And
That's what it's all based off of. Magic is all, and powers of force and nature and everything else like that you try and do in life, or whatever you do. How much energy you pour into it, that's what that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get something.
Crazy.
You're gonna get something. Dumbass.
On a much positive and brighter note, and I don't know how long I'm gonna beat a dead horse with it, but we did a Superman podcast on Cast of the Pod yesterday. Put it out yesterday also, and it's me, Brandon Oliver, and Aaron Weary, Aaron the foreman from Felipe's Garage, and we talk about Superman, and it's spoilerific. And then I'm going to reach out to a couple of other people as the hot topic right now online is Superman. I like the movie. And so there might be another one, but we're going to start doing stuff on Cast of the Pod that I haven't figured out the name yet. I don't know if it's going to be Cast of the Pod : superheroes or comic book movies, but we're going to start branching out towards not just horror films that we talk about.
You was ecstatic yesterday. You were anxiety. You were like, "Who's seen it? Anybody want to talk about it right now?"
And people did.
Wow.
He was thirsty. He wanted that Superman talk. He was like, "Anybody, let's go."
Truth be
Man,
told,
I've been so disappointed by so much Superman bullshit.
Truth be told, though, because we don't lie to our listeners, I wanted to talk about it quickly while it was still getting hits, because a lot of times we talk about movies that are peaking, but we're like 2-3 weeks behind the peak. I wanted to jump on the Superman coattails real quick while we could, especially since I like the movie so much. But yeah.
Yeah, we've already watched it twice.
Really?
Yep. Saw it Friday, saw it Sunday.
Okay.
Paid for it to see it.
You paid for it twice?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Wow. That's some shit.
nefarious.
Yeah, it is. How long is the movie?
It starts and then it ends. I don't know.
I mean, like, is it 2 hours, 3 hours, an hour and a half? Like, I'm trying to figure out how much of your time you've been wasted on Superman.
You don't waste any time on Superman.
I mean, you're in the fucking movies for at least about 2 hours, so that's at least about 2.5 hours out of your day gone.
Not if you're enjoying the movie.
And then plus per time, that's like 10 hours.
Job. That is the job for any book, any type of media, anything like that, to take you out of your world and forget about it, and not talking about anything other than Superman does that. It distracts you good enough to, let's see, it says it's 2 hours and 9 minutes. Didn't even notice it.
Cop, you haven't even seen it. You're already hating on the movie.
On the movie.
I'm not hating on the movie. I just haven't seen it yet. I just asking how long it was. I mean, that's a long time. I've seen a lot of I've seen every Superman movie. I've seen every Superman movie.
You have to be positive about it. 2 hours of your life.
Well, shit, if you've seen every Superman movie, how many hours of your life is that wasted?
Man, I'm telling you. Bro, it's like this. It's like I've seen so many of them and I've been hooked on. It's like Jurassic Park shit.
No,
you know, I said I would never watch another Jurassic Park movie again. And that's how I feel about the Superman thing, man. I'm just like, come on. You got to really, if you're saying it's really, really good and it's worth me going out to go see this weekend, I'll go see it. But if this is some motherfucking bullshit, me and you have a problem.
I think there's not one
walk
movie.
Walk away, Cobb.
Yes, walk away. It's bad.
Such energy from the guy that recommended Spookies to us.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Walk away from that one.
Start walking away from Cobb's recommendations.
He's gonna sit down through Spookies and recommend it, and then let's do a podcast about it. And he doesn't know if he wants to sit through Superman. Like they spent $250 million on this Superman, and you want to watch Spookies, and you're not sure you want to see Superman. That's nefarious.
That is insidiously nefarious.
Going back to Nefarious real quick.
Oh,
Did y'all see all the way to the end?
What's
after the credits?
The after credit scenes.
Oh no, there's that.
After the old lady?
Or anything.
It's at the very end of the credits whatsoever. All the way to the very end.
What happened?
There's just a speech where he's talking in Latin.
There's like nothing. The screen's black, but it scared me because I wasn't expecting it.
Because there's no transition on the screen or anything like that, and then all of a sudden, all this Latin starts popping out. And yeah,
popping out vocal or you can read it.
Vocal.
No, vocal.
I'm good.
Okay, see, I bet you there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, some nefarious ass shit.
It's in IbDib if you want to go read it. But yeah, we don't have to bring it up in here.
We good.
Yeah.
I'd rather go look up each word in a Latin text and extrapolate the emotion of the speech.
What?
Scholarly.
Hey. That. Go see.
I think that's all we got, Deb. You got anything?
Nope.
I'm good.
Cobb, Cantu.
I got something. I ain't gonna talk about it though.
Are you gonna walk away from it?
It's not. You can't walk away from it. It's nefarious.
At least it goes 18, maybe 22.
22 10-year-olds? 22 10-year-olds.
22. I can get 22 of them.
Are they uniformly built?
They
are they uniform?
sizes.
Are they average?
They all different sizes.
All the 10-year-olds in the neighborhood roll up on you.
Right, because the average 10-year-old's in what? Second or third grade? So they are like high tall.
Man.
No.
It's fourth grade.
Yeah.
Unless you got a little mind.
Fourth graders?
Then
So all
11th
fourth graders and
all I know
10-year-olds?
is-
Fifth grade.
Wait. I'm calling the loud horn on it is. All I know is there's been a certain list that's been threatened for years and years and years, and it never came out when one group was in presidency, and now that another group is in presidency. I knew it wasn't going to come out either way because they're all guilty on the list. And if one of them could have used it against the other one, then they would have used it against the other one. And if the other one could have used it against the other one, they would have used it against. And that's a completely different type of assault. But we're not going to be talking about kicking 10-year-olds in the head on the podcast because I am pretty sure on that alleged Nickelodeon island, you know, that was one of the things they offered. Just walking around, hey, we got 53 10-year-olds. You want to see how many you can kick in the head?
You want to see me nunchuck them? Hey, yo, check out this sweet chin music on this 10-year-old.
You ain't lying. Make sure you stretch first.
$50,000.
You don't want to pull a hammy. Make sure you stretch first. You don't want to pull a hammy. They drag you down.
Hey, you ever double dutch with two 10-year-olds?
Get your ass on this double dutch bus, bitch. You want some of this motherfucker? I told your ass. I told you come over here.
Did one of your neighbors have some
Come on,
10-year-olds
motherfucker, bring
that
it.
pissed you off?
Jump in.
What was it there?
I said, so did one of your neighbors have some 10-year-olds that pissed you off?
No, I told you this was a story I saw on the internet.
I missed it.
Walk away from the internet. All I know is it's gonna be like 15 minutes of this podcast. It's just like if you're watching it on YouTube or Spotify, all you're gonna be.
Oh,
No, that's all you're gonna. That's all you're gonna catch. It just.
Oh man, I'm doing Three Stooges fucking pokes in the eyes and shit. You know,
With the sounds.
we have gone,
damn.
You
I
hit
get
up with the
three.
why I oughta.
yeah,
I
yeah.
get another three.
Why I oughta.
We have gone. We have,
Stooges alone.
we have gone somewhere that I never thought we'd go on pod, and now is the
The
time.
numbers keep going up.
Now is the time when we should walk away.
My confidence level's growing.
It's too fucking hot to continue with this. Look at this sweat. Look at this. All right, y'all. So this has been the Cast of the Pod podcast. Shout out to Club 3P. Oh man, and catch the episode with Aaron on it. And we'll have some other stuff coming out soon. So until next time, I'm Josh.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
I'm Deb.
I am Cantu.
We're the Fantabulous Four when we're in this format. All right, y'all. So until next time, thanks. You have been warned.
Bye, everybody.
I oughta.
Maybe you need to be warned a little bit more next time.
At least
Peace.
25 solid.